Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing a pick a card all about why are you such a heartbreaker. So I have done a bit of a pre-shuffle and I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. So before you see three different candy hearts here. Each one has a different filling. Those are going to be your psychic linking objects. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a little video where you get to see the selections more close up and take some time if you need to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there probably is more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase.
Hey, group one, all of you that selected the strawberry cream heart, this is going to be your reading on why you are such a heartbreaker. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Use your own discernment. So let's go through the cards that came out for you in the pre-shuffle. We have quite a few. So the first card we have is Sekhmet. I hope I'm saying that right. The Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Ooh, that's a very powerful card. This is a very protective energy, a very strong energy. I immediately get Leo vibes straight off from this. You may be a fire sign. You could also be a Sagittarius or an Aries, but I feel Leo really, really strongly here. You may have some kind of very strong or very intimidating kind of aspect in your natal chart with your sun sign, or you may be a Leo. In the big three, we have Goddess. Ooh, beautiful. We have Mediator. Okay. We have Destroyer. Ooh, you are not one to be messed with, are you? Some Scorpio energy here, Pluto energy here. We have transformation, again, more Scorpio energy here. Becoming me. You're just doing your thing, and you are not to be messed with. We have emotional freedom. Let's get this card here. We have boundaries. Someone says no more Oracle decks. Feed them to the tigers. Okay, we have simp. All right. We have privilege. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this vibe. We have I want to be loved by you. Okay. And we have random downloads, out of the blue thoughts. Okay. I got to tell you, you are extremely powerful in your presence. Okay. People feel the power when they're around you. And I feel like I'm drawn to the mediator card because I feel like although you have a powerful presence, I feel like you use it for good. Most of the time, you use it for good. I think you use your influence to help people. This mediator vibe gives me law. It gives me counselor vibes. It gives me fairness, a good judge of character, someone who is very trustworthy, but intimidating as fuck. Okay, now I'm being pulled to the simp card, and I'm telling you, y'all have people who absolutely adore you, and more than adore you, they simp for you. Like they are fans. They are hardcore. They're more than, I don't even want to call them fans. Like these people are, they are down for you more than the norm. Okay. And they see you as kind of this goddess type figure. Okay, that won't be for all of you, but if you know, you know. If you don't have that kind of people around you, I think the people around you really look highly upon you. Okay. Um, and I feel like a lot of people wonder what it would be like to be close to you, because I think what's real intimidating here is I feel like people want to be close to you, but they know it's a privilege. It's like a privilege to be within your boundaries because you have high standards, you have high boundaries. Not everyone gets the privilege of being in your presence. And if someone mistreats you or violates a boundary, we're done. We're done. You don't put up with any kind of foolishness, especially when people get overly obsessive, like this simp energy. Like when people get overly obsessive and they cross your boundaries, you're just like, no, I'm the fucking goddess here and I'm going to hold my boundaries. Don't fuck with me. There's a basic energy here for group one of like, I know who the fuck I am. Don't fuck with me because I will rip your heart out. Because I guarantee you, here's the secret of group one. I guarantee you that you are more attached to me than have ever been attached to you. Because I feel like you guys with this destroyer card, I feel like you have let some people go in your life because of some shit, heavy, heavy transformational shit you've been through. I feel like you guys, part of your like journey in life has been to transform, probably over and over and over throughout your life. So you are not to be played with. Here's the thing, group one. We have these out of the blue thoughts. Okay. And we have, I want to be loved by you. I think the simp energy really wants your attention. People would like to have more of your attention. I think people get obsessed with you, and when they do, they find out, oh, the road isn't open for you. Like, you don't have the privilege of being in my energy. I don't know. I feel this energy of like, for group one, of like, I don't know how you misread me. A little bit of Libra energy here, Leo energy as well, but a lot of Libra I'm picking up on. Like, I don't know how you misread me, but I never intended for you to take this like romantically or like I was interested in anything more than just like us being casual or casual friends or acquaintances. I feel like people either have this false sense of familiarity with you, or people feel so at home with you because you're so charming and gracious. There's some Taurus energy here. I'm feeling like there is some Cancer energy here. And I'm feeling some Gemini. I'm feeling Gemini. When Gemini's in their very light energy, just this energy of being very enigmatic. Is that a word? My tongue's very heavy, y'all, so give me a break. But you know what I'm saying? Like very just charming and very charismatic, and but not just charismatic, like catching the spotlight, catching certain kinds of people's attention. Okay. And I feel like you don't, you may not realize this, but people think about you quite a lot because of some of you guys have that gift of gab. You know how to be there for people. And they form this kind of, I feel like this emotional bond. There's something emotionally freeing about your energy, or you're able to get to people emotionally somehow while still maintaining your own boundaries. Um, I feel like for some of you, you make people feel emotionally safe, so they feel like they're having this relationship with you, and they want to get closer to you. They feel a sense of emotional intimacy or closeness with you that you don't necessarily feel, because you have boundaries up, because you have this destroyer energy where, you just don't let a lot of people really in. So people, it's like this feeling of people feeling like they're in your clique, if you will. I hate that fucking term, but they're in your secret circle. But the truth is, they're not. And they don't really know how few people are in your secret circle. Okay. If people really knew how few there were, they would understand, um, and what the hazing is to get in that secret circle. They would understand why, right? So, and I think when people really realize the truth of getting to know you, and how they don't really know you, and their hope of really getting to know you is slim to none, unless they can get past, like, I'm seeing golden ropes here. And that's heartbreaking, because a lot of people feel close to you emotionally. I'm hearing like emotionally close, or emotionally safe. You make people feel emotionally safe. Um, Okay, let's get some tarot for you guys. Tell me more about why my group one is a heartbreaker. I think you get to the heart of people. You may be a heart healer. You may help people heal their heart chakras or activate them. And so you get a lot of people in this like infant type state of healing their heart chakra, and they get in their feels, because when we're, I talk about it as an infant state, because a lot of people who haven't felt heartfelt emotions, and they start feeling those, sometimes they get obsessed with people, because it's new. It's almost like their heart. I'm seeing Play-Doh, like a heart chakra made out of Play-Doh. Like they're just learning about it, and they don't have a good sense of mature love yet, and they're still growing, and they kind of focus on you. They hyperfixate a little bit, and you get this obsessive energy that this one I think wanted to come out. We have the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like they get a little obsessed with you somehow, and they end up getting their heart broken and feeling very rejected, because you don't feel that, because you've been through so much. You don't allow people access to your deeper emotional state. You've learned that, and this is why, because you've been here. You've been here several times in your life. You've had your heart absolutely ripped out of your chest. You have felt very alone. You probably now feel a little bit of aloneness and isolation, because you have such high boundaries and high standards. But you also know that the people who are now in your circle are absolutely down for you, 110%. And if they aren't, you know the ones now who aren't. And it's like you've circled red circles around them, like a teacher. I know you're not for me, and I know you're not for me, and we're working that shit out. I'm seeing a cell, like a microscopic cell, and the red blood cells they're coming in to kind of like the white blood cells. Whichever blood cells come in and kind of push out or destroy the bacteria are coming in. Like, it's a process for you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's get some more cards here. These wanted to come out. There's quite a few, but let's get into it. So let's get this one first. We have the Two of Cups here. Yeah, I feel like it's almost like this is someone who has a very friendly personality, um, who makes people feel really safe. I think you can be very charming and very welcoming, um, but you have this hidden aspect of just like, bitch, don't think you know me just because you can sit down and have a pleasant conversation with me. You know, being polite and charming is different from you knowing the secrets of my heart. That's reserved for a few people. We have the King of Pentacles. I think people see you as very successful. I think they see you as someone they want to emulate. Um, and I don't think people realize that this is their idea of you successful, independent, got your shit together. And the truth is, no, no, you've been destroyed. You've been here. You've been at the Five of Pentacles. You've been on the outside. Um, and I think some of you would say, I'm more Five of Pentacles than I've ever been the King of Pentacles. And that's why I have these standards. That's why I have these boundaries, because I don't want to repeat these horrible, destructive patterns. And I don't want to get hurt, right? Okay, and we have the Eight of Wands. But see, when people get into your energy, they feel the intensity here. Because again, how we started out off with this was that there was this intimidation. The intimidation energy is also intensity. It is hot. It is fiery. It's something people want to get close to. They want to know more about that fire. It is it's a fire that sometimes burns very hot, like a blue flame, and sometimes I'm seeing it as sun, where it illuminates. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in, how your fire burns, right? But it does attract a lot of attention. And I feel like you guys are learning more and more what your boundaries are as more and more people seem to enter your life. Because I feel like there's more people going to be entering your life, and your circle, your inner circle is going to grow. Okay, and we have the Eight of Cups, so we have the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups, and I feel like the heartbreaking part of knowing you is honestly how easily you can walk away, or at least you make it look like it's so easy for you to walk away. And I feel like it leaves some people feeling like they've been forgotten, but they forget that it's a privilege to be in your energy, and it's just a fact, and it's because of everything you've been through. Okay, it's not because you're a snob. It's not because you think you're better than anyone. I feel like you think everyone should feel this way. It's a privilege to be in your energy, and if you overstep my boundaries, your privilege is revoked. And when it's revoked, no matter how many good cups are there, I'm going to move on. And it doesn't matter how much energy, how much intensity we have, I'm going to move the fuck on. Because this energy is you. You know that this connection will move with you. Like, the intensity is you. So you will have more intense connections. You'll have more meaningful connections. For you, when someone really steps over your boundaries, you have learned that that is a sign for you to move on. And people have a very difficult time dealing with that. And I got to tell you, a lot of people are left feeling anger. And I'm hearing the word bitch. Like, they feel like you're a bitch because, like, you won't give them a second chance and whatnot. And I just want to tell you, you're not a bitch, okay? People get angry when people hold their boundaries, when they don't flip-flop their boundaries for other people's toxicity. You won't let people be toxic around you. That's what makes you a heartbreaker. But it actually makes you a powerful healer, because you don't allow yourself to be toxic. And if you feel yourself being toxic, and that's part of what these people do, these people who you walk away from, is you understand that that relationship somehow was mirroring your own toxic behavior, and you take that time and you look within. But you also know, hey, we're being toxic together. It's time to go. It's time for me to work on this toxic trait. And I can't do that with my toxic situation. There's a higher wisdom with you. And you trigger people. They get angry, they get frustrated, they get mad at you, they blame you. A lot of you in group one, you're a villain in people's story. And that's hard to be. You're a hero in yours, and you're a villain in other people's story because you're so strong. But that's okay. It's okay because someone has to do it. And sometimes our villains really are part of our healing journey. They're pinpointing our own internal toxicity. It's not really a villain at all. It's actually like a shadow healer who's coming in and saying, look at your shit. Look at the shit we're doing together. Look how toxic we are in this relationship. Look how toxic the work environment is, whatever this is, however you do this. So you break hearts and you make people go within. And that's why people have these random thoughts about you, because they start becoming aware of toxic things going on and they don't like it. And they do one of two things. They either get really, really mad. They go within, get really, really mad. They go within and they see their toxicity and they start to deal with it. But you move on. You deal with yours. You heal it. You work with it. You do your thing. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's easy. It just depends. And you move on. And some of you guys have left like a string of like people behind you healing and thinking of you, you know. And some of you have a few. But I feel like for you, your heartbreaker-ishness has more to do with you being a strong, independent person holding your boundaries and people around you not being able to handle that. And you pushing against that, saying, well, then we can't be around each other. That's a very strong position to be in life. It makes you intimidating and it makes you attractive, especially to people who are struggling. You may attract people who have a lot of issues because they feel your strength, they feel your ability to overcome, and they want some of that. All right, group one, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey group two, all of you that selected the marshmallow heart. This is going to be your reading all about what makes you such a heartbreaker. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Use your own discernment. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity. So let's get into your reading and see what came out in your cards. We have the Saint of True Freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Ooh, okay. We have Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay, let's get this card right here. We have Queen. Oh, all right. Okay, I've got a vibe here. Let's see. We have Commitment. Okay, let me see what's on this card. Treat yourself. All right. We have these two cards. We have Signs. Messages are to be seen and heard. We have Holy Gate. The doors of pure happiness will soon open. I see that one. We have Unicorn. Oh! And we have work hard for it, put in the work and effort. And we have new fling, something new coming your way. All right, let's move these down a little bit. Make room for the cards. All right, you guys. So, why are you such a heartbreaker? Well, I feel like you're really good to yourself. At least you give people that impression. Like you take good care of yourself, you put yourself first, and you expect people to, treat you a certain way. Um, I also feel like with this unicorn, like there's something very special about you, and people, there's a commitment card here. So I feel like you you don't want people. I don't feel like you have casual relationships. I don't think you have a lot of like acquaintances. I feel like you have like down home connections. You know what I'm saying? Like either you have a soulful connection with somebody or you don't. Okay. So if you're not really a fling kind of person, but you attract fling energy. And and this is friend or new partner or whatever, or dating. I feel like you don't like superficial relationships. You want deep kinds of connections. And I feel like for a lot of you, it really I think it kind of stops people in their tracks from being able to, they don't know how to proceed. I don't think you make a lot of small talk with people. I don't think you make it easy for people to get to know you. Um, and I think it's because, for one, I think you know there's something different about you. Number two, I think they know there's something different about you. Um, I don't think it's something I think it's just your presence. I think there's something about you. Some of you guys may be artists, or you may be gifted at something. You may have a special talent or something, but you're very different. And I feel like you've had to kind of learn how to care for yourself, or you are. I also think you're very connected over here with signs. I feel like you're very connected to the other side. I think you're very guided. So when you meet people, you get a feeling. You know if someone's down for you or not with this commitment card. Like and you don't have room for superficial bullshit. And I think people get really nervous. You make people nervous. That's what I'm getting. You make people nervous. I think you break people's hearts before they ever get a chance to even know you. Um, I think also I'm getting a lot of, see these two cards here? We have a lot of, I'm noticing the upper chakra here, how we have halo effects. I feel like you're very connected. You probably receive a lot of divine messages or divine inspiration. If you're creative, pay attention to, pay attention to your creativity. You need to work more with that. For some of you guys, it's a treasure trove for money, okay? And this card here tells me like your self-care, your specialness, like you're wise to protect yourself. You're wise to protect your energy because you are indeed very special. I feel like this holy gate to happiness, that's what I'm feeling here. This is something that this was very difficult to get to for you guys. I feel like perhaps you've had issues with depression or something. Let's pull from a different deck. I don't feel like you've always been this person like with a highly, I want to say advanced, but a highly healed crown chakra, open crown chakra. Some of you guys are working on it. Some of you guys, you're aware your crown because, we have a horn, we have all this hair on this unicorn. We just have a lot of the crown chakra and the chakra above your crown as well. There's other chakras there's a lot of other chakras, but there's an upper chakra leading to your higher self. I feel like a lot of you guys, you may not be aware, but your higher self is kind of channeling through that upper crown chakra. I feel like you are aware that there's something intensely magical about you. and you have to be careful. You're an empath, and you have to be careful with the people you let get close to you. So you break hearts before it ever gets started. And I think as people get to know you, you slowly unwrap the package that is a unicorn. And it's like, I feel like you're weird. Okay. You feel this unicorn as you're weird or strange or odd, or you're aware of your odd. Listen, I'm strange too. Okay, hello, nice to meet you. I'm a weirdo. Hi, welcome to the Weirdos Club. And you kind of feel people out to see what level of your weird or strange that they will be comfortable with. And that tells you if you can like let them in. And along that process is how you break hearts. Because there's certain places, I'm going to use triggers, but I don't really think they're triggers in the classical sense. They're just like set points where if they don't pass that, if that level up your weird is not okay, then we can't move forward. If that level of my weird is not okay, then we can't move forward, you know. And I'm using weird in the most loving way because I think you're a very creative, special being who's very connected. And I understand why you protect your energy. I understand why you break hearts because truly, you know, it's hard to live in a world like today and be a very unique individual. And I understand that some of you have had to kind of live undercover, so to speak, and try to be normal. And I don't even like that label. What the fuck is normal? But have tried to kind of like blend in and be normal like everybody else. But it's time for you to like let more of the weird out. And I feel like for you guys, having more people around you who appreciate and uplift your strangeness, your gifts, whatever this is important. I feel like probably there's a percentage of you who have been hardcore heartbreakers. You've just absolutely locked everyone out. Because I feel like many of you haven't been encouraged to be this person. And so you're afraid for people to get close enough to you to see this, so you just cut people off. Now, others of you have the process and you go through it and you kind of like vet people. And I got to tell you, not many people make the whole vetting process, right? You may be an Aquarius as well. Let's see the cards that came out. Some of these I can show. Okay, so far all of these are safe. So we have the Five of Cups here. We have the King of Coins. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Devil. Okay, so I feel like the Devil here is about how people are tempted by you, and you may not feel that because you have this, you know, we had this very high vibe, you know, thing going on, and you still have that. But let's talk about the new fling and the Devil here. People are attracted to you. You're very attractive. And it has to do with the fact that a lot of you have a very powerful Kundalini force, like a very powerful energetic force of Kundalini or K energy or sexual energy or vibrant energy, whatever you want to call it, life force, whatever you want to call it. And people are drawn to that. And a lot of times, the more your authentic self shows, the more this intense attraction stirs with people. And I feel like people want to put in the work. This King of Coins, King of Pentacles, they're hardworking. They're successful. They're hardworking. They know how to make things happen. And they put the work in. But the problem is that you have to be willing to receive the work. And I feel like you really, for the most part, aren't for most people. Like it's more than just putting in the work. You have to have the vibe, right? You have to have the right vibe. And we have the Five of Cups here. And I feel like a lot of people walk away from you trying to get to know you or from knowing you, and they feel like it was a lost opportunity. And however that is, like there was some kind of connection that could have been, and they lost out. Um, and I feel like it takes a while for people to let go of you. So they may, you know, spy on you online, or some of you guys, if you're an artist, I feel like there may be someone like visiting your artwork, or, if you have some kind of public thing that you do that people can see, or go to, like if you work somewhere, like they show up there. Um, I just feel like there's this element of you that people feel like you touch their soul or their mind somehow because you have this Hierophant energy. And it's the energy of being a leader. Um, and not just any kind of leader, but someone people trust, someone people can count on. With the commitment card over here, the two swans, it feels, and a queen, it just feels like people feel you're the real deal. They feel your authenticity. They feel your special and uniqueness. Um, and they, a lot of people are shocked by not being able to be in your energy. Like when you withdraw your energy, they can't believe it. And some people don't understand why, because I feel like some of you don't always tell people why you move on or why it didn't work out. Some of you have ghosted, and there's no judgment here. Okay. When you go no contact, you just go no contact. Um, and there's reasons for that. Some of you guys, it's your energy, it's your mental state, it's to protect yourself. You've had to learn how to protect yourself, and that's what you're doing. And again, no judgment. Um, but also understand that when you do that, you are breaking hearts, and that these people often are left with no closure, which leaves them lingering in your energy. Okay. And that's just reality. That's just for you, it may be closed because your closure was the no of you going no contact or you ghosting. And for you, that was closure. But for them, they're lingering. You have reached some kind of emotional conclusion in your mind. For the other person, other people involved, they're left wondering what happened because they don't know what was going on in your head necessarily. So they're left lingering and like ghosts, on probably social media or friends or in situations, and they're just wondering what happened. So it leaves people kind of in that weird energy for a while. And it's something that I feel like group 2 you need to be aware of, because heartbreak people who have had their hearts broken, lingering in your energy can, it can turn into a negative thing very quickly. Um, so just be aware of it, not telling you to change what you do, but just be aware that, you may have people who are really upset with you over it. The Five of Cups here feels like someone's lingering. And with the Devil here, I'm picking up on like someone's lingering and feeling like some people want revenge. Some people want to have words. Some people want to have their moment with you. Um, and I feel like for you, with your unique energy, I feel like it's just wise for you to be aware that someday that might pop up for you. Um, and as long as you're aware of that, you're okay, right? But don't be naive that these people or certain situations may not come back for some kind of closure. I'm not saying that they deserve it or are entitled to it. Okay, I'm not defending them. I think spirit just wants you to be aware that, like, I feel like people get majorly heartbroken by you, because people really dig your energy, your high vibe energy. Like they dig you, and they're also deeply attracted to you. And when you cut people off, and they don't really know what's going on, that level of confusion can really turn into obsession, and it can really flip things around. and put you in a place where someone can pop up on you one day out of the blue and you're like, what happened? And you don't realize, but there's been a whole war going on in their head about you. So it's just good to know that, you know, to be reminded that those things can happen. Um, and it is because you have such a magical vibe. Like you have such beautiful energy. They feel the queen here. They feel, how special you are. And I feel like that's why they're so heartbroken. That lost opportunity with you. All right. Okay, group two, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group three, all of you that selected the caramel heart, this is going to be your reading all about why you are such a heartbreaker. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I will be pulling more cards as I need to for clarity, so let's get into it. All right, we have the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. All right. We have snack. Ooh. Well, caramel is fucking delicious, you guys. It's yummy, yummy. Let me see these cards. Make sure they're YouTube friendly. We have not the norm. I don't normally do this. Got you acting like someone else. Ooh. Oh my. Marinate. Don't shower. Sleep in it. We have tease. You aggravate and excite me at the same time. Okay. So you affect people. All right. We have sexuality. Okay. You're sexy. You're hot. We have divine feminine. Oh my. Okay. We have the sacred woman. All right. Okay. Lots of divine feminine energy here. We have be a sharing hoe. The world needs titty pics. And I will cover up the boobies because YouTube's got a thing. And we have spring 11, everything that blossoms. Oh my. Okay, we have full moon, dark lighted magic in the air. Ooh. Okay, we have king and we have healer. Okay. It feels like you're a heartbreaker because there's something very tempting about your feminine energy. You may be a feminine, or this is just your feminine energy. There's something about the way you move, like your laugh, the way you look, the way you present yourself. That's very tempting. I feel like you tease people without trying. There's something about your voice. I think people are tempted to do things they don't normally do because of your energy. Like they want to reach out, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the thing about this is that you are extremely strong and you're actually a healer. You have a lot of like divine feminine energy, a lot of like deep energy. I feel like underworld vibe here too. Let's get some cards here. Tell me more about this energy. Why are you such a heartbreaker? Because they want to touch, like that. They want to know you close up. I feel like people want more than your attention. I think you bring out a lot of lustful thoughts in people, and I think you do it without trying. And I feel like sometimes it's annoying. I think when you are out blossoming and doing your thing, I think sometimes you're set back by this. You're like, I'm not even trying to like bring attention to myself. And here we are. We have the magician here. And you have an extremely magical vibe. I feel like this is someone who owns their sexuality, their sensuality. And you're probably really comfortable in your skin, or you're getting there. Um, Confidence is very hot. And I feel like um, you're confident, or you're growing in confidence, um, but you're also a little bit unaware of this effect you have on people. Um, and so you get irritated by this, by how people come to you. We have the King of Cups. Yeah, see, they see you. You get a lot of eyes on you. Okay. And here's the thing, people don't find out you're a heartbreaker, they fucking know you are. Okay. It's like in the way you move, it's in the way that you're hard to get a hold of. You're hard to hold down, even for the loves that you've had in your life, the friends you've had. It's hard for them to kind of like snatch your attention and keep it. Um, People feel like the people who get your attention, they feel like a king. They feel like royalty. Um, I think you feel um, you make when you give someone attention, they feel like the only person in the room. They feel very special. And I feel this energy of like, I want their attention. Like, I want that attention on me. I want that attention. And people with this marinade, I feel like people enjoy being around you. They enjoy your energy so much. They enjoy, some of you guys, they enjoy hearing you talk, or your jokes, or your stories. Um, if like for some of you, it's at work, like there's somebody at work who can't wait for you to show up because you're just like their work partner or something. Like for some of you, there's somebody where you go every day, maybe to get coffee or to get your lunch or something. And that person, there's somebody there that looks forward to seeing you every day because the things you say just brighten their day. A lot of you have people who are smitten with you, in a unique kind of way. Um, and they know you're a heartbreaker because they are easily attached to you. People get easily attached to you. And I felt this in group one, I think. Um, you are so lovable. And so I feel like this has come through healing, though. Like, I don't think you always were like this. I don't think this energy was something you were like, you were born with it, but it was submerged under probably trauma or some kind of really dense issues. I'm feeling like a thick coating of like density around someone. And you've had to heal yourself to get where you are. Okay. Um, and this has been very difficult. I feel like for some of you guys, this has taken years for you to blossom. And a lot of you you're very comfortable in your body, but because you've moved out of this non-judgmental phase, like you're not criticizing yourself, you really aren't aware of just how attractive you've become. And it's not that you weren't attractive before, it's that the light wasn't on. And now the light is on. It's not just a light, it's a fucking fire. Um, and people are very attracted to you. And even though, and this is the kicker, even though people feel like you are a heartbreaker, they sense it, that no matter what happens, you're going to break their heart because they're going to fall in love with you. They already are. They love your energy. They love being around you. They love you. They know that you can't be in love like that with everybody because you're just one person. And this is friends. I think when you let people in, sorry, my tongue's heavy because of my medication for my autoimmune disease. I think when you let your friends in, like people to be friends, I think they fall in love with you. I think you you have the energy of love around you. Um, and you've cultivated it for yourself through healing. And now it's like almost you're a beacon of that, and you attract people. And it can be fun, it can be funny, it can be intense, but it's always there. And people feel your strength through it, and they just want to be around it. They feel your fire, they feel your sacredness. Okay, let's see. Did I have a card that? Nope, it didn't. Okay. These cards. There we go. We have the Page of Swords. I think people, when they reach out to you and they approach you in ways that are disrespectful or immature, the Nine of Swords here, I feel like you often let them know that they can't disrespect you. And people worry. They worry about being able to keep their connection with you. I think you let people know how to treat you. And people don't like to disappoint you. People don't like to think they've disrespected you. I think people worry that you're not going to allow them to like be around you, or they're going to not be able to be in your energy when they get close to you. They're like, "Oh man, what if they cut me off? Like what if they don't let me in this energy?" We have the Star. That's you. That's your energy. And you just look at the Star and know they're a heartbreaker. They're going to break my heart, but I'm going to love them anyway. I don't think you mean to be a heartbreaker. I think it's just something that you do. I dropped a card. We have the Knight of Pentacles. It's a kitty cat. Meow. I don't think you mean to be a heartbreaker. But underneath all this really high vibe energy is this feminine feline energy, this very seductive energy that it really does flow through so much of what you do. And it's like your nature. And people feel the wildness there. They feel this primordial, almost primitive wildness, this connection with nature, with the divine feminine, the connection with sensuality and sexuality, and your ability to kind of be at ease with that, and not just be at ease with it, but enjoy it, and even tease with it. But you don't really do that on purpose. It's just your way. You come off very much like a snack, like something yummy that people want to taste. They want to know. They want to come out of their element of being how they always are, and they want to take a risk. And I feel like your energy's like, don't. Your energy's like, don't take a risk, because whatever you're picking up on here is not there. Because there's this energy with you of like, yes, I have all this divine feminine energy. Yes, I am this wonderful, juicy, luscious, beautiful, blossoming, wonderful, yummy snack, but I'm not for everyone. And I'm not gonna, I'm not for everyone to share, in other words. Like, um, and I feel like with this Page of Swords, I'm just intuitively feeling like you're very turned off by rudeness, by people being rude, by people approaching you in an overly familiar way. Um, I feel like you shut people down when they're disrespectful. Um, and I feel like people who get heartbroken by you miss you almost immediately. And they realize that they've lost something sacred and they can't really explain it. They don't really understand that you're kind of a, not kind of, you are like a manifestation of divine feminine energy. Like you are so connected to that part of yourself that it's something that just kind of expresses itself through you. And it's almost like you have this flow with it, or you're working towards that. So, you know, your mannerisms, the way you laugh, the way you tell a story, the way you're authentically you without apology, all those things are very attractive. Um, and it's really brought out your beauty, your handsomeness, your attraction. There's something about your eyes for some of you it's your hair, but for some of you there's something captivating about your eyes. Some of you have like green eyes or blue eyes, but there's something very captivating. And when people look in your eyes, it's almost like they're spellbound by you. Especially when you let them you know what I'm saying? You let them really look in your eyes. There's like a deep um, cosmic gaze there that attracts people to go deeper. Um, and you have the ability to really take people to different levels um, of this divine feminine energy. Some of you guys have past lives where you were, um, you know, you worked with the feminine. You were a um, like a sacred woman. You were a high priestess. You were a Herodule, which I've talked about in other readings. Um, but you were basically, you know, a sacred woman of the temple. And feminine, sacred womanness is expressed in different ways. And I feel like Venus energy, Aphrodite energy with this group. Um, And Aphrodite, Venus were goddesses of both love and war. And I feel like that's an underlying, the war part is kind of an underlying vibe here of why you're such a heartbreaker. Because I feel like the minute someone steps out of line with you, you lay the hammer down. I think you have a lot of light that you share. I think you are a joy. People find a lot of joy and happiness being around you. I think people just generally enjoy you. But once you've been taken advantage of, you may be a Cancer, a Pisces, even a Scorpio. You may be a Virgo. You may be a Taurus. Um, but once you've had enough, it is brutal. It's brutal. Um, and people walk away, they almost have like anxiety about it when they leave your presence because they realize that this deep connection that they felt with you, this with this complicated layers of both desire, attraction, and this deep connection of joy as well. They're not going to have that anymore. And the thing is that even though there's heartbreak here, many of these people still love you from afar. They're lifelong fans, so to speak. Um, but it's interesting because out of all the groups, you're the group that people, when they meet you, that's one of the first things they think is that, oh, you're a heartbreaker. So you just have that vibe. All right. Okay, group three, that's what I received for you. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. If you'd like to see more Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.